Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I've been going look. Start again. I've been going over a few old videos because trying to produce something every single day with limited. Look at my nails break. With limited amount of stamp sets because they come in, we get them, they retire so quickly and stuff like that. But I didn't buy many of the Christmas stamp sets because I think 10's enough for me to make Christmas cards for family and friends and stuff like that. So I don't really need every single stamp set that's in the catalogue. So you've seen me use this stamp set before, but I've done the triple stamping technique to do the Christmas poinsettia card. Yes, lights, camera, sound. Lights, camera, sound. Yay! So I thought, and my friend gifted me the glitter card. Couldn't get the words out of my head there. My gorgeous friend Catherine, and you could get away if you wanted to using just one piece instead of having 1, 2, 3, and then this section. I've got this little piece left over, and I'll show you what I did to get mine down there. So if you can see the glimmer card in between, I've picked the balmy blue, the red, and I've just coloured one of the petals in and made it look like a leaf to save me stamping and masking, and just to get the leaf stamp out, which looks just like the petals anyway. So I just chose one of the leaves, one of the petals to be the leaf. So that's what I did. But I love this triple technique. I haven't even got my cards cut to size yet. They're all here. So you're going to need a sheet of glimmer card or even just a layer that you can choose whatever you want. So this is 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. I am going to cut down my Whisper White then. I broke them sizes down to what mine are, and I'll hold that up. If you want to do the layers all separately, you're more than welcome. And then these are my Whisper White pieces for stamping on. So you want to pause and grab those. If you're American, you'll know your layers are slightly smaller than ours, or bigger in some cases. So now I've got this at 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. They're no good, they're exactly the same. So I'm taking this piece down to 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. So I've got that 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Cute. Then I'm going to need a piece which is 2 3/8. I'll do the 4 1/8 first. 4 1/8 by 2 3/8. That's my next section. And then my last section is 1 1/2. I think this should be the one. There it is, 1 1/2 by 3. So you're only using 2 pieces of Whisper White, and you've still got these left. I wouldn't keep that, but I'd keep this either for your sentiment or just for another card, for another sentiment on a different card, because I've still got this piece left, which I cut down to 3/4 by 3 1/2, I think it is. Let me just measure to be on the safe side. I haven't wrote that bit down. Yeah. Oh no, 3 1/4 actually. And you've still got enough there to do a sentiment on a different card as well. I'm just about keeping it real, I think. I haven't wrote these layers down, see, so let me get a pen and paper and do that again. So 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/4. So this is going to be 7/8 of an inch by 3 3/8 of an inch. So let's do that. 7/8 by 3 3/8. There we go. Still got a little bit left there as well for sentiments. Perfect. Right, I'm going to stamp that because I'm going to be using my really intense black as I do. And I can leave this to dry because it does take a while with this ink. Perfect. So I'm going to set that to one side, give it some dry time because I don't want to be smudging that. Give that a good clean. Perfect. Oh, so soapy. I haven't rinsed it properly. So now we've got our layers. I'm going to show you how I get my 3 pieces out of 1. So I'm going to take the Stampin' Up! Trimmer. I like to do it on the side so I can see all the workings out, and I'm going to put this in at 3/8 of an inch and pull that down to 3/4 of an inch, not 3/8. So 3/4 all the way down to 4 7/8. Lift that up, spin that round so I don't have to go all the way down to 4 7/8 again, and then come up to 3/4. And then, so I've got my slits either side, and then I turn it to the side 3/4. Make sure you're right on the 3/4. Press down and come across until you hear it. It just grips it more than anything, flops it out like that, and then turn it back. Pop it in again at 3/4. And take it back up to 3/4. And it should just pop out. Now you can do that again on that piece if you want to, but I don't think you'd have enough. So hence the reason you could do. Let me just see. So this piece, I'm being very frugal now, is for this layer. This piece then is for this layer. Oh, I've cut that a little bit too big. How's that? It has made a boo-boo. I shouldn't have though. 2 1/4 by 4 1/8. 2 1/4. In fact, that's 2 3/8 actually. By 4 1/8. Have I cut my white too small? I think I've cut this to my layer size. Yeah, I have. So my layer should be 2 1/4. That's better. By 3 7/8. That's why I cut my white piece to my layer piece instead of my white piece being my white piece. So I'll check the other piece in a minute. So there is that layer for there. Perfect. And my last piece, let's just, what's this one now? It should be 1 3/8, and it's not, it's 1 1/2. Yeah, I've done this to me layer size as well. So this needs to be 1 3/8. To 2 3/4. Big difference there. So what I did with this, I just cut it out of this, but you can try doing that again if you want to out of that section, but to be honest, the size of piece of paper it is, you might as well just cut it. So 1 1/2 to 3 inches. So now what I'm going to do is pop all those bits to one side. I mean, like I say, you could try doing that again, but I haven't. And you've got some sections left over for another card. This is for a piece that's drying. Perfect, absolutely perfect. So we'll put them to one side. Now I've got my stamp and seal, but it's very sticky, so I suggest you put the tiniest little dot on. I usually have some removable stuff and then just touch it to make it less sticky, and then you can line these up. And with this stamping technique, no two cards are ever the same, so just to give yourself a decent border all the way round. That can go back away. Oh, Mr. Boyce made me a manuka honey and tea, and he's made the tea really strong, and the manuka honey is not very nice. Oh no, it's overly sweet. Lack, 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 lack. So you're going to need a scrap paper. I'm going to use my impressions mat because I need the cushion. I'm not using the VersaFine. I'm going to be using the Memento because I'm using alcoholic markers. I'm going to try not to get my finger in it this time. And you're just going to stamp away. You don't want your pieces lopsided though, you just try and keep them as straight as possible and give them a good press down. I know it slips a little bit, but that is forgiving when you come to use your layers. Perfect. You won't see those. Love it. Perfect. If it was thinner paper, you wouldn't see those joins. Give a good press down. And I've only inked up this section now because we're stamping off anyway. Perfect. Give my stamp a good clean. And I've done that, and now I'm fetching in my real red, and I'm going to dot me some of those cute little berries all over the place. I think it's just the sweetest thing ever. How cute. Just fill in some of the gaps. I think that is plenty. I think maybe one more there. Just tipping on the end. Perfect. Love it. So the pens I used, I didn't do any shading, believe it or not, on these. I went over my thingy afterwards, but like I'm saying, just pick one of your leaves now. Just pick any one of the petals, it's entirely up to you. I like to get one that's maybe tucked in the back, that doesn't look, so it looks more like a leaf. I mean, you could pick another one on the other side as well if you wanted, but I think I'm just gonna do this one here. Like I say, just pick one. You don't even have to do that. You could just literally, if you wanted to do, you could make a template and a mask and then do the leaves separately. But I think using this just saves so much, especially if you're mass producing for your friends. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then with the red pen, I just went in and coloured all those little berries in the centre. I don't know what colour I think they're normally white, aren't they, with red petals, but you can pick any colours you want for your poinsettia. Perfect. And now it's just a matter of filling in this beautiful flower. Which does not take long at all. Turn out that my nibs and a bit naff. Me gone all quiet, concentrating, see. Do, 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 do. We've just got into a new series. Well, it's not new, it's been out a while. Alaskan Bush People. Love it. Just to be able to just get up, do what you want. Oh, heaven. It's about a bloke, his wife, and his 7 kids. 7, mind you. My brother's got 8. Oh, I've missed a red there. Chops in away like crazy. Yeah, my brother's got 8 kids. Not with the same lady, thankfully. It's coming on. Don't even worry about those slits. I can't even remember this set. Oh, my head's gone total blank now. I can't remember the set I used. Oh, I'll have to look it up again. My goodness, I forgot. Oh, I've made a boo-boo there, so white gel pen. I will go around afterwards in case there's any more. So, down to my last. Do you know when I was younger, I'd see these in the supermarkets, like I say, at Christmas time. And I'd say, Mummy, where's the flower? Why has it got red leaves? And my mum, she'd say, that was the flower, darling. Well, she wouldn't say darling, but she'd say, that is the flower. I said, and they've intrigued me ever since. Because I just thought it was leaves with berries in the centre. Until I got a bit older, obviously. Perfect. If you do see a few, you can always go back over with your pen. I think it's a rustic look. Just got a bit of white to go there. Am I looking? Is there anywhere else? A little bit there. That's me just being a perfectionist. A little bit there. Perfect. And now pop that back. I've got a little system going, I can't help myself, but now we just need to take these apart, grab our glue, do you know, the doctor's trying to reduce my meds and I don't want them to, but I've got no choice apparently. I'm a statistic and they don't see me as a human being, they see me as a statistic instead. But this statistic is in agony and has been. That's why I've missed a couple of chat nights a while back. But it is taking its toll on me. So try and line up your flower as best you can. And then you can pop these against each other. With a cute little layering. I've just seen I've smudged that there, right there. I'm not having that. How is it still wet after all this time? Let's get it. Checking my battery's okay. I love the way it all lines up as well. Perfect. And now this. Will get layered onto this bit. Like I say, if you feel confident enough to do that second layer, you can do that. And then you grab your card base, which is just an A4 cut in half, scored and folded in the middle. I like to crease both sides. Perfect. That is too cute. And then you can either add dimensionals. I'm just adding my glue to this section because that's the one that's sticking out the most. And I've decided to turn that around. It's entirely up to you which way you want it. You don't even have to. You could have it on that side, it doesn't really make any odds now. I've made a little boo-boo there. You see that? There's not much gap there, there is there, look. I'd love to be able to, but that's just going to tear apart. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my Merry Christmas, which should be dry now. Perfect. Just give that a little rub from behind. Grab yourself some dimensionals. Perfect. Whoops. Oh, my back. So you can see which way you want this now. I'm just going to keep it the way I had it. Try and keep that bang in the middle. On either side. Press it down. And I'm using these cute little gemstones. Just got 3 left of the small ones. And this time I'll put one there and one there on the other one. And this time I'm just going to put one there. One there. And one there. Perfect. How cute. An old style card, because these have been out for a while, these triple stamping techniques. Just brought back to life with a new stamp set. I don't think it needs Wink Stella or nothing. I think that is just as cute as a button. And there is the other one. How sweet. So there's the one we just did. All that beautiful glitter. Thank you for my glimmer card, Catherine. Yeah, so you could, like I say, you could take that down again. I would say take it now 3/4 of an inch again, maybe. Let's measure the gap actually. Oh, that one's saying 1/2 an inch. So 3/4, 1/2 an inch. You could take it down, and then this piece, one piece could look like it's done, or looks like you've used 3 sections, but you haven't. But there we are. It. I've got a croaky voice. I'm going to try and get all this red now off my stamp set because I can't stand it. So I hope you enjoyed. I would really love a thumbs up and a share. That'd be brilliant. And if you're new to my channel, I'm blind at the back. I don't know why it seems so dark in here. My lighting's terrible. There we go. I'm going to love and leave you all now, but thank you. Like I say, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to press subscribe and the little bell. I do post every day. And I do new, old, and sometimes I do albums as well. So take care. Bye.